There is an internet series taking over YouTube lately, and its popularity is bizarre and wild to say the least. If you haven't seen it yet, there is a series called Skibiddi Toilet made by the fuck boom. First time I encountered this series, I was about 7 or 8 beers down at a party, and my friend sent it to me. Check out this, buddy. What do you think about this? That was also the first time I ever forced myself to puke. The videos are essentially taken from the viewpoint of a cameraman who is a part of the big tech army. It's an army that primarily is people consisting of heads for like televisions, cameras, microphones, speakers, like that. And then we're thrown into this really big Civil War-esque rebellion who are currently fighting against the Skibiddi Toilet Army. These skits were made in Source Filmmaker, which hosts wonderful content such as Who's Cooking Dinner?
Coach, you do that again and I will...
Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life, for the love of God. I am not showing that one. And then my personal favorite when I was growing up was the Gmod Idiot Box.
If God had wanted you to live, he would not have created me! Ah! Oh! Need some help here?
The Gmod Idiot Box actually pretty much introduced me to Gmod, Steam, Source Filmmaker, and everything gaming as a whole. So shout out to Das Bullshit, some Natacular lore. You are my inspiration. Come back and give me a new Gmod Idiot Box for Christ's sake already. The battle starts off fairly small in the beginning of the series, mainly just toilets harassing the rest of the world, I guess is the right thing to go for with that point. And then eventually it grows into this huge Fallujah type battle because it starts off with harassment by the toilets. The big tech army starts fighting back by flushing the heads down the toilets. It is a really weird concept, but somehow it makes sense, I guess. And then eventually it grows into, rockets, mind illusion, like manipulation, some MK Ultra and it just becomes this huge gnarly battle between two sides, and you never really know who is the good side, essentially. To be honest, from how it seems in the videos, there is no good side. There is no side to root for. You're just kind of there. What I wanted to find and dig into more is something that is common with every single Skibiddi Toilet video, and it is the song, the background music, whatever you want to call it, for each and every single episode, which is pretty much the same exact thing, except every now and then it changes up here and there. And yeah, I wanted to go do a little bit of digging, and here's what I found on the source of the music. Let's see if I can find out the origins of this. The song. This isn't him. Who are you? You're not the Visor King. Hey guys, Editing Nathan here. Just wanted to give a quick disclaimer. That was in fact the Visor King. He's the one who was responsible for the original song's creation, and Yasing Chenges was the one who popularized the song. Wanted to give a quick disclaimer and let you guys know that I messed up. Now, right back to your regular scheduled video. Thank you. Yasing Chenges died? What? He's not dead. He's alive and well in 2023. Oh, here's his TikTok. Yeah, this was a week ago. He's fine. He's doing good. He's living the life. My fucking boy. I actually started to like him too. You know what? He looks like he's living his best life. So who am I? Who am I to get angry? He's embraced the meme clearly. I want to see the one that I've been seeing everywhere. It was like him and Red. This is the one. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, I just got a chub, dude. The origins of the song that is used for every single Skibiddi Toilet video originates from this guy, Yasing Chenges. I think that's hopefully how you say his name. If so, I apologize for the slaughtering of the name. But yeah, so basically, this is where the video originates from. And yeah, he is used in a lot of videos. For example, the one I used for the first background music video of Bloody Mary. They did a mashup of Bloody Mary and Skibiddi Dum Bum Bum Double Yes Yes Yes. I don't know. I don't fucking know. And yeah, it's just there. It exists. Why do they use it? I don't know. From what I've seen exploring TikTok, he hasn't really seemed to acknowledge it. Or I'm just blind. But basically, you can thank Yasing Chenges for basically bringing a fucking hellscape to YouTube. To truly gain an understanding of the Skibiddi Toilet series, I sat through all 52 episodes of the same boring song that has driven me insane. Before we get really deep into the story, I wanted to grab a few reactions from people I knew closely and wanted to get their 2 cents on the series. I made a few calls and journeyed 3 hours into the ghetto to find a man as equally as insane as I am.
My name's Ryan.
Alright, get started. Just click on and get started whenever you're ready.
Do you want to launch your own
Alright, I got an
Minecraft
ad.
server for you and your friends? And
You've been saved.
I don't know what the f to say. I mean,
What do you think was going through the creator's head? Do you think
I
there
think
was
the
any...
creator has fucking schizophrenia. I think the creator, I don't quite understand the point. I mean, except it's like, I don't know, it's almost like creepypasta, like, because some of them are like disturbing to an extent, because it starts out like you're kind of like, what the fuck? And then the next thing you know, there's just like a toilet man with his head sticking out rushing at the screen. Like, it's almost like, it's like a cursed, they have like a cursed aspect to it, like it's almost like a cursed video. Okay, I have to stop for a second. They just ripped off Star Wars. Like, they just took this, what the hell was that?
And you'll notice they do that with a lot of the songs in the series.
What the Okay. I think I've had my fill. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this series a what the f. And to be honest, I don't know what the creator is thinking, besides he was like, I'm just gonna do whatever the f I can do, the most bizarre, outrageous shit that I can possibly think of, and I'm gonna put it in a video, and I'm gonna make sure that it's just whack, that way like it catches people's attention. Because like the thing is like some of the genre, like, alright, by genre I mean like some of it's creepy to an extent, and others it's like alright, POV, like the dude's like, he's like flushing them down the toilet because they're annoying, they're like really annoying, and the one tries to run away and he just forcefully grabs it and flushes them down the toilet. So I don't...
So you think there is no rhyme or reason to why the guy is...
Well, I mean, I think it's clout. I mean, if he's going for any type of like theme, I don't know. I mean, I think about like all the weird freaks that have their heads sticking out of the toilet. They're all like singing the same song, kinda, and they're all kind of moving in the same motion. And I noticed in some of the videos, and they have like one huge one that's like not necessarily leading them, usually comes in last, and then it's kind of like a random jump scare on the screen. I guess I wouldn't say it's a particular message, but if it is, I guess it's like war, like war. I wouldn't know what else to think. It's like something to do with a war.
Is that all you have to say for the...
That is all I have to say for this shit. I only got through 2 minutes and 21 seconds of it because it's so surreal. I felt like I was watching this video for like 15 minutes. Dude, this guy is just, it's almost like he went on a Gmod server, you know, and he just took every TF2 character he could possibly find, and he just fucking shoved them in a toilet, and then, yeah, made it a famine.
Alright, so...
You, Ryan.
So the reason I brought you here today is because I'm doing a short documentary on the lore of Skibiddi Toilet. Are you familiar with the name?
What the fuck is that?
Every
You don't know it?
movement, every little thing you do.
Sure.
You don't know it, do you?
No, I don't know it.
My style is ridiculous.
Power up a new Minecraft
No!
server for you.
Alright, now that you've seen it, how does that video make you feel?
I don't remember that scene in Pacific Rim. It makes me feel like whoever created it had too much time on their head, and they let the intrusive thoughts win.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I could expect you to make something like that, but
Me? Wow,
yeah,
that's saying a lot.
you're diabolical in that way.
So, do you think there's like a deeper meaning behind these videos? Like, do you think it's like a social commentary?
I don't think there's a direct meaning behind it, other than someone got really bored and spent like 20 hours in Gmod just making this with a bunch of friends. I'm sure it was fun, but like, damn.
You know, it's still going too. Like, they keep brushing out like a video or two every week.
They need a woman in their life. Okay. That's terrible. that's
Well, you heard it here, folks. Essentially, the only one who could find this series entertaining is a child with no understanding of its existence or morality, or a man who possesses the general malaise that only the genius could possess and the insane lament. Or maybe just an idiot. Why are you looking at me? I'm just covering the topic. Let us start back from the beginning. At first, we're seeing that the toilets are just mainly harassing people, and occasionally we're pretty much getting a jump scare at the end of every video. But it's not really a war yet. Everything still, in its own weird way, seems pretty much normal. Later on, it transcends into something worse. Before we continue covering the series, there is one little, in a way, subtle detail that I just wanted to show real quick. I'm going to play the video for you guys real quick, see if you can spot it, and then I'll point it out after.
My style is ridiculous.
People. Living, breathing, in the flesh people. I could be thinking way over my head on this, but something that has left me interested is how later on in the series, these people are gone. The world becomes deserted, as toilets and camera people become the only ones left. Are the real people dead forever? Have they been recruited to either side? This has had me so curious, as only in the beginning, some semblance of life was still there and still existed. As if life was normal before this, and I know that this series is not that deep. But it has left me wondering if the world was raided by aliens of some sort, as if the toilet army do not belong, or maybe even the big tech army themselves. We are shown multiple times throughout as the toilets are chasing big tech soldiers, as the toilets are outfitted as policemen. Has the world risen against the toilet army? Is the big tech a rebellion created as a rise against the machine? left me curious on if this story was some kind of political commentary on war against each other or some kind of civil war idea. But I still do not know. Now let me ask you something, folks. Are you ready for a whirlwind of character lore? I'm not, but that's the reason I'm making this video. So, next up, we are going to be reviewing every single character, hopefully, that is in the Skibiddi Toilet series. And going through the wiki fandom, I've actually learned a lot more. Skibiddi Toilet is the name of the antagonist, which is obviously the toilets, who are the bad guys. And then the good guys in the fandom is actually the Alliance, which is the big tech army. So their actual name is in fact the Alliance. For starters, we have Cameraman, Skibiddi Toilet, Cameraman Titan, and then the Titan Speaker Man, and then the Parasite Skibiddi Toilet. Next, we have the G-Man Toilet, and the Titan TV Man, and the Flying Chainsaw Skibiddi Toilet. Yeah, pretty crazy, huh? Taken from all 50 episodes, or 53 or so episodes so far in the series, G-Man Toilet is one of the few that pretty much has proven themselves to be a pretty good enemy to go against, as he's basically unable to be killed. He is unkillable in the series, and he's probably one of the only few that have really shown that so far. So it starts off with the common people like cameramen, regular Skibiddi Toilets, and then it kind of moves up more and more to these huge enemies like the Titans, and it's a constant battle of both sides are making some kind of technology or some infection to get the upper hand on their side. So the Parasite Skibiddi Toilet, for example, it is a small bug that can infect pretty much anyone in the Alliance, depending on their size. So if it's a large one, they can take down the Titans, for example. And once the Titans or regular cameramen are infected, they can turn against their side, and basically that gives a Skibiddi Toilet army the upper hand, as some of their biggest members on the Alliance can basically turn against them. And it's really interesting, to say the least. And then they come out with this weapon called the electromagnetic parasite disabler, which gets rid of the parasites. And you'll notice that a lot within the series, that if they come out with some technology, the other side is doing something that counters it or fights back against it. It's pretty interesting. Next up on the list of weapons and electronics used by the Alliance, they have a fucking speaker that causes the toilets to implode. I can't even make this up. And Everybody Rules the World plays as they're being basically imploded. And it is interesting. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just, and then eventually, because of it, the toilets end up wearing headphones. Fun random little fact. So in all of the videos in the Skibiddi Toilet series, each video is taken by different cameramen in the Alliance. So you're never watching the same person's point of view. It's a bunch of different, I guess, collection of videos from what the Alliance see in the field. To make life a little bit easier for all of us, that's pretty much that's all that happens in the 52 episodes, but hope is starting to look up for the Alliance, as in the video I'm about to show you, pretty much all odds were against the Alliance, 3 members of the Alliance for a second, but a bunch of rockets shoot out of her, downing a Skibiddi Toilet chopper and taking it out, and taking out a bunch of toilets on the ground, and that's where it ends. That's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, 52 episodes so far, and that's how it ends, and it's getting pretty interesting. I also tried to make an attempt to reach out to the creator, the Fook Boom himself. I did really legit try to reach out to him. I sent him an email asking a few questions, just being like, hey, How did you feel about the series blowing up? Did you expect it to blow up? Is there a deeper meaning to the story? Anything like that? I was super curious, and I just needed to know. Unfortunately, he never got back to me, unless there's a video out there, which I'll end up looking post creation. I already see how it's gonna go. It's probably gonna be the guy was like, "Oh, the toilets as heads." Sounds funny. And basically just thought, you know what, I'll just make it into an actual series. But the fact it's still continuing to this day is pretty sad, in my opinion. But who knows? Who knows the reasoning behind the creation? Could it be like what Ryan said, just the man's insane? Or just has nothing better to do? Or like Brandon said, where it's just someone got bored and had way, way, way too much time on their hands to keep continuing with a series like this. And truly the fact is, when it comes to evil masterminds like this guy on YouTube, we'll never really know. So, yeah. That is cursed. They have Skibiddi toilet merch. Baffling. Yeah. They've even knitted some.